Hey, this is Aleksander Vitkin, and today we're going to talk about turning your ideas into actual products and services for companies. So after this video, you'll be a few steps closer to turning your idea into an actual service or product where people get helped by your idea. We're actually helping people and you're contributing to the world and you're building a business because you have a service or product and you're selling it. So I hope you get you a few steps closer with this video. And it's really based on what you can implement and what really works in the real world and what I've seen work from fellow entrepreneurs and myself. So most people who want to get into entrepreneurship, they have this big idea of a product or service that they've been harboring like in like a notebook somewhere or in their diary or hidden deep away in their mind, really. But to become a real entrepreneur and not just a entrepreneur, you need to take it out of that dream realm and make it reality. And there's thousands of people out there who are harboring this idea. They're precious and they want to bring it out, but they just can't. They just procrastinate for years. And I want you, because you're watching my YouTube channel and you're following me as I think, I just want to get you out of that. I just want to shake you loose and come join us and be an entrepreneur and do what you actually want to do with your life. So a lot of people, when they get an idea or they have an idea, the first thing they actually want to do is protect their precious idea. The number one thing is to protect it. And they go overboard. Like, they spend thousands of dollars on patents and lawyers and copyright and all that kind of stuff that you don't really need in the beginning. In the beginning, you don't need to focus on protecting your idea, because an idea is not worth anything. What's worth something is the implementation. Idea is 10%, implementation is more like 80-90%. Plus all those steps that you can take, like any steps that you can take in the beginning, you will not be able to actually protect it. You will not be able to protect your idea. Because if a company really wants to copy you, they will find a way. They have more resources. They can change it slightly, like change the design slightly. There's always a way to copy something if they really want to. For example, do you really think that it's impossible to create a website like Facebook? Not that anyone would use it, but it's completely possible. Google, they went out and created Google+, which was originally a copy, a similar website to Facebook. And they just came out with it. They're like, here you go. Here's something very similar to Facebook. You can add friends, do all the stuff you can do on Facebook. Now, even though Facebook was well established, there's many examples like this. So if protecting your idea and getting patents and all that kind of stuff is not the first step, then what is the first step? Where do you start if you're not worried about protecting your precious idea? Where do you actually start in the real world? So in the real world, you start by doing market research. You need to find out whether or not your idea is viable in the real world and whether or not you should spend a lot of time and effort in the idea, like making it happen, like developing the product, developing the service, and spending all the money on marketing, building websites and all that stuff, because it'll all be useless unless there's a market for it and people have acknowledged, especially by paying you, that they want it and that they need it. So that's the first step, finding out what it is that they actually want and need. And if you already have an idea, whether or not that idea is one of those things. So what do you do when you figure out, you did your market research and you figure out, well, I can, there's so many different markets that my product or service would appeal to. What do I do? What do I do? Do I offer it to everyone? Do I offer everything to everyone? What do I do? So the best solution for you most likely is going to be to conquer them one by one. Just start with one market, conquer that tiny little market. Go to the second one, conquer that second tiny little market. Go to the third one, conquer that tiny little market. And then you have 3 markets. That's like a big chunk. That's good. And then maybe you can conquer like a big market. And that's how you grow. You don't go for the big one necessarily from day one. You do them small, and then maybe a big one. And that's like a safe way to grow. Of course, there's companies that start out and they just go for the big one, and that sometimes works out. But for most people, it's better to start with small and grab a few of them and keep going from there. So going for a bunch of small customers or small clients, it works. It's a really great strategy. But if you really want to make it big, another strategy you can follow is to partner up with a big company. For example, you can create a very specific type of software and white label it to a big company or just any other company so they handle the sales for you and you just get paid for a license to use the software and to manage the software and to do the technical side. And that's just an example of software. If you have a physical product, you can go to retailers and have them sell it for you, or even white label it out and people put their own brand on it and sell it on Amazon for you. Or you can go to a place like Amazon yourself, eBay yourself, it's a physical product. And if it's like even information product, you can put on websites like Udemy, on all these learning websites. So it works in just about any industry. Go to a bigger company and get them to sell it for you. So what's the conclusion from all of this? What should you go and do right now to get the ball rolling? Now, ideas are cheap and they're really not worth a lot. That you don't need to protect them in the beginning at least. And what you really need to be doing is going out there and finding your audience, finding your market, and contacting them. And ready, you can get a few sales before it's even ready. It doesn't have to be ready. You can offer like a beta or a pre-release or like a Kickstarter. These are all ways to get sales before it's even ready. So go out and do it. It's much more valuable for you if you do it than if you just dream about it. So that's it for this video. If this resonates with you, if you want to talk to me, let's check in the comments below on YouTube or on Facebook. If you like more free content about sales, marketing, product creation, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you like the video, please thumbs up, and I will see you next time.